Super Selli, Super Joes, you make them so happy. Don't know, you have to make these white men in their 40s feel happier. Don't ask where they were when they were 6.
Gay. I'm a gay guy.
Nice, dude. Nice. Hell yeah. I wouldn't have it any other way, dude.
I wish, dude.
Simply Selli. Just a gay man living it up in New York, dude.
Dude, I'm sorry, Fred. That's the life, dude. My friend moved here gay.
Yeah.
And he moved to Austin with a slender Asian man. You know what
Yikes.
I mean? So you can.
He did the mass exodus to Austin like everyone's doing.
Yeah, he did.
Damn, dude. I don't know.
He was getting spots.
It doesn't. Is he really?
Yeah, he was really getting spots.
Oh, okay. So he's actually like doing shit out there.
Yeah. But he took the Asian boy with him.
Damn,
Who's
dude.
a man, but compared to him,
Yeah.
it's Pete Angelo. Pete Angelo's a massive biker-looking guy, and his boyfriend's this very sleek, slender Asian man.
Is he getting up at like Mothership?
I'm not sure. He does a bunch of stuff with the Kill Tony guys, though.
Oh, that's how he gets in. You gotta kiss the ring.
Yeah, he did.
Isn't that?
pretty well.
It's like we gotta kiss the comedy royalty ring, and like now everyone has to like pretend Joe Rogan's funny.
Oh yeah.
They have to like pretend that like it's really cool to live in a fucking red state like
Yes.
Texas. Like you get to live in a liberal little oasis in a fucking sea of conservatives, and like people are like, well, I'd rather take a fucking conservative than a fucking liberal.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, liberals are insufferable, but like you can just walk away from them.
Yeah.
You
They
know?
just keep yelling, and then
They're like, hello. It's
they
like,
crawl into their hole
yeah,
after.
and like I'd rather do drugs with liberals. Liberals are a little cooler to do drugs with.
Yeah. They don't become as racist as the more they do drugs.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so like when you boil it down to, and like, look, liberals are fucking insufferable, but the core values that liberals have is like. I'd rather like I feel like they're more in God, this is gonna sound like, but like at least like they'll like I'd rather be able to take like fucking hormone pills to be trans than like have the government say like you can't do that. Like it's their body. Let them do what they fucking want. Like honestly, like the thing at the end of the day, like I'm not losing sleep over trans. Another trans woman just means one more hole for me to fuck. That's all it comes down. And like it shouldn't matter. And like. No, I don't think there's as many fucking trans and drag queens reading to children as they want you to believe.
There also aren't as many autistic people. There's more trans people than there are autistic people.
Yeah,
Google
and there's
it.
not, and there's like 3 autistic people, and like the autistic people that you meet are like, woof. You know they're autistic. They don't need to fucking be like, oh, I'm actually autistic. It's like
I don't know.
we know, dude.
I've gone.
We
I've
can
been
look at
ranting
you.
about that a lot lately.
You've been on a fucking like anti-fucking autistic.
Yeah, people think I'm anti-autistic. I'm not. I'm
Well, I am.
Fake autistic.
I'm very like I think they should be rounded up, put into a camp.
Oh,
Unless they're like mathematic autistic.
send them to El Salvador.
But like everyone that like claims to be autistic in comedy is like that. Like I'm weird.
yeah,
I like
you're an
cartoons
asshole.
autistic.
I'm a bad person.
Yeah.
and it's because I'm autistic.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like,
I happen to be autistic, so you actually can't accuse me of anything.
yeah. It's like no one autistic uses their autism as an excuse for being a piece of shit.
oh, I'm autistic. I don't understand social norms. That's why I honked her tits.
Yeah, that's.
And it's like, oh, really? Well, I guess I'm
I
autistic.
kept DMing
too.
her. You up?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
up? Whore.
Oh, I just don't understand like the social constructs of that. I just found out. I took a Facebook quiz and I found out I was autistic.
Yeah, those are the ones.
Well, it's like everyone is like, oh, I self-diagnosed myself as autistic.
No, man.
And it's, come on, man. I'll tell you what really is an autistic move is moving to fucking Texas, though.
Yeah.
Like, okay, you don't have
Well,
to pay fucking state tax, but like that's because like there's nothing to do in your state.
We get guns now. That is true.
I mean, like, yeah, but like you can get a gun in New York. You just have to know somebody.
Yeah, you have to
Look, my fucking
to know somebody.
yeah, dude. My fucking my fucking freedoms in New York mean like I can have a gun, but it's just like the ID code is filed off. Right? Give me some of those untraceable bullets.
Yeah, you're a white 50 Cent Joe Gorman.
And if I'm gonna move somewhere, I'm gonna move back to California. I'm not gonna like move to
Yeah.
Texas.
I want to live by a beach at some point in my life, and I don't think there's any in Texas. So.
All you have to do is like be a fucking, I guess, a multimillionaire who just wants to do like comedy. So eventually there's going to be people that are inspired by Rogan that are going to be like, I'm going to open up a comedy mecca here. Like Rogan's like as fragile as the Austin comedy bubble is, and it's very fucking fragile because it's like comedy that's built around like what 4 people. You know, and then everyone goes there thinking like, oh well, I'm going to be one of the people that gets let into this club, and it's not. I don't think it's going to happen. You know, I think it's always just going to be like we're looking for influencers, we're looking for people with like a huge like
you already have something before you show up.
Yeah, like Instagram followers are such like a superficial thing, but that's like what clubs are looking for.
Yeah,
you know, and it's shitty. I think it fucking sucks, but they think like we'll get a few comics that are funny. We'll get a see. Finn doesn't even like it when I talk about influencers.
I just want to bite their faces.
Yeah, he's an attack dog for them. But dude, like influencers are just like, you know, it's like it's fine that you enjoy doing comedy, but
they're hollow shells of human beings.
Right.
They're literally like they get told what to go promote, they go promote it, and then they go do ketamine and try to fuck teenagers.
Yikes, dude. That's probably very true.
Yeah,
100%
I think
true.
I nailed it, honestly.
Yeah, you really knocked it out of the park on that one, dude. And but it's like I'm not gonna.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
and
it's fine, but like you know, just don't be like I'm an artist and I'm paid for what I love.
It's fine.
Influencing is still like a fucking job, you know, only a job without like health insurance.
Yeah,
and like you're influencing people, so at the end of the day, you have to be like on your phone. You have to create content, and like the really good influencers have somebody that does the content for them.
Yeah,
you know, the wealthy ones.
Whatever, man. Fuck them. I hope they all die.
Hell
just like
yeah.
the autism people and the trans.
Hell yeah,
just
dude.
Kidding. Just kidding.
Just a little goof. We're just having a little bit of fun.
A little silly Willy.
We're just goofing around. We don't mean no harm.
Dog.
Yeah, man.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, man.
Dude, we got to do an awful fucking show.
Oh, dude, that
in
was awesome.
Staten Island, dude.
Shout out Nick Cara.
Yeah, Nick
we
Cara.
love. We should have had him on the pod.
To explain himself.
Explain yourself.
Yeah,
Nick
dude.
Cara.
This is the Nick Cara is officially
an enemy.
Under investigation. He's under investigation by the Super Selli Joes because this was a show like he booked me for this back in like January.
Yeah.
And he's like the venue just needed to, you know, lock it down. Can you do the show? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then it was in Staten Island. I was like, fuck. Because there's some places in Staten Island that are like right off the ferry.
Right.
So it's not a big deal. This was not.
Nope.
This was at least like an hour bus ride if I was going to take public transit.
Right.
And this was like also something that was booked back in January.
Right.
So it's like, you know, this is like a 4-month like anticipation. So I thought like it was going to be like a thing, you know? Like I thought like, oh, maybe he's going to get like cameras or something. No, it was at a bar. It was at like a fucking... what is it, crust punk, I guess?
Yeah, it
was a little crust punky.
I would say, yeah, definitely crust punk.
Yeah,
definitely.
And like now, like the crust punk is like getting old.
Yeah,
you know, it's like because like I feel like crust punk is sort of like a mix between like punk rock and homeless. Where like there's like a smell to
Vagabond,
it. Yeah, like it's like a little like
big backpack.
But like they also like surprisingly moralistic because like they'll have shit like, you know, like you break her heart, I'll break your neck type shit. And like no matter what, we're a family. And it's like everyone can like just please chill the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
Fucking bouncer there was a piece of shit.
Oh, I hate that guy, dude.
Yeah, fuck
I
that
just
little
remembered him. Fuck, I hated that guy.
Oh, he was a piece of shit.
He's fat and short.
Yeah, he's with the band. He gave big I'm with the band vibes. So the show, the flyer for the show is 9:00.
Yes.
He lists the comics on the flyer. He also lists there's 2 bands. General consensus, and I'm saying this for the most part, I don't think a single person would disagree. For combination things of show, of comedy and music.
Yeah.
Comedy always goes first.
Yeah.
You always open with comedy. It's easier. It sets the audience up for... There's going to be like a performance, so like it trains them to be quiet. Near impossible to have a good show that goes music and then comedy.
Right.
People assume once the music's done, the show's over, and I can stick around and get like a little bonus thing.
Yeah.
You know, of comedy. Huge mistake.
So the venue allegedly flipped it, which I do believe Nick on.
Maybe, but like I feel like at the same time, like you would fight for us. Like explain to them, like I don't think that's a good idea. The comedians are already here. You can have them like set up the shit like while we're doing comedy because we just need a small section of the stage to do this, you know? So we're pulling into Staten Island around 8:30 because luckily I said like, Selli, ask Nick to get on this show.
Yeah.
and then
Do
we
a
can just
guest
roll
scene.
out together.
Drive, yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Easier.
roll out. We'll roll out together. Super Selli Joe's on the road,
Yeah.
and you got on,
Yep.
and the assumption is like the flyer said 9:00, so we assumed comedy was starting at 9. We pull into Staten Island around 8:30 p.m. We were like, oh, we're gonna get there we'll meet up, we'll hang out,
Literally
we'll shoot the
everything
shit.
lined up perfect.
Yeah, it's like
I
this
just
is
did a
perfect.
spot before. I
Yeah.
did really. It had a fun time, dude. I had a
Yeah,
great
you
time.
got loose. You
Yeah.
got loose off of that early set. We pull into Staten Island, and then we get a message from Nick Cara. Hey man, comedy's gonna start around 10:30. And it was if it was just us that like, oh fuck, we shouldn't have assumed.
Yeah.
Literally everyone on the fucking flyer was like, oh well, I'm already here.
Yeah.
We're all here because we assumed that this venue isn't full of fucking idiots, stupid fucks in Staten Island that know how a show runs. But surprise, surprise, nobody knows how to run a fucking show.
Anywhere.
If there's like fucking comedy producers that don't know how to put on a show, why should we assume that like the owners of some crust punk bar in Staten Island have the slightest fucking two brain cells to rub together to figure out how a comedy show should start? And it's not a comedy show. It was like definitely like a music show.
Yep.
And like the music was like that, like rah, 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 fucking like yelling, fucking.
It was not great.
Speed
it was
metal
pretty
shit.
bad, dude.
It was awful.
It was like trying to be who does the I ain't no goddamn son of a bitch. Who does that song?
I don't
Fuck.
know. I don't listen. I
Henry
listen to
Rowlett.
good music.
Misfits. It's Misfits. It
Oh
was
well,
like
that Misfits
yeah.
is good. Yeah, that's why.
But
I
this
didn't-
was like it was them trying to be Misfits, but
Yeah,
it was
it's like that misfit fucking screamo type
ugh.
shit,
I hate
like
the Black
guttural
Flag,
fucking yeah.
yeah.
Like just that real weird intensity type shit. And it was like, all right, they're, but
and even the
respect.
people watching weren't into it. That's the other thing. The
Yeah.
people watching who came for the band were just like, there was no moshing,
Right.
There's no rocking out.
Mm-hmm.
It was just them sitting.
And they never turned off the Mets game
No.
at any point. Like the
No.
Mets game, you could
It's
watch
New York, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Awful show.
Yeah.
Awful show.
Yeah, and I felt like I think everyone hit the same stride in their set at some point.
Nobody got momentum. Like everyone at most got like a handful of chuckles, some laughs, but like they reset after every joke. And like so Nick Cara said the show was going to start at 10:30. We started probably a little after 11.
That's true. Too.
Like the ideal fucking comedy time. Like at least like an hour after the music show ended.
That's
Enough time for people to leave. And in the band's defense, they stayed for the comedy.
They did.
But I think
they
they were mainly there for the bar.
Yeah, I don't think they
But
liked us
God,
too
what
much.
an awful show! Like it was a bad show. No one was able to fucking break them.
No.
Like and like also like Nick Cara like messaged us like right when he found out, which was 8:30. But like everyone was already there.
Yeah.
Like there's no one that would have just been leaving Manhattan or Brooklyn or
Right.
wherever.
To get unless they were the headliner, even then.
Even then, like it
get
would have
Dick
been
Move.
like, well, it's like out there in Staten Island. I should probably
get there early.
Yeah, I should probably at least like get there on time. So like or even if we were late, we still would have had like 2 hours to kill.
Mm.
Shout out to the Mexican restaurant across
Yeah.
the street that put us up.
We went there.
Let us hang out.
Oh, it was pretty good too. I also thought, I don't know if you noticed that night, I thought I had like something in my ass that was sitting weird and moving a lot.
Oh
I
damn.
thought I like contracted a hemorrhoid.
Did
No,
you?
No. Everything's fine.
What's wrong with you? Just had an itchy asshole. For
I
no reason?
don't know. It was the same feeling I've had when I'm like, oh, this is when a hemorrhoid's growing, and then it wasn't.
You felt that before?
Oh, yeah,
You
I've
know
had
the
hemorrhoids.
telltale signs of
I've
a
talked about
hemorrhoid.
this before. Oh yeah, I take precaution now, dude. I don't.
I've
mess
never
around.
had hemorrhoids, but I have
Ow.
had an incredibly bloody asshole.
That probably might have been the same.
Yeah, I know that.
I was gonna say, there's no way I've had hemorrhoids and you haven't.
No, dude, I'm an anti-hemorrhoid guy, dude. I eat a lot of fiber.
Oh, okay.
You seem like the kind of guy that like thinks it's gay to eat fiber to take a big shit.
No, I eat fiber now. Believe me.
Yeah, well now you have to.
Metamucil, baby.
That's the way
my
to do
shit,
it.
dude.
Yeah, just take a
Literally.
little fiber. I loved taking a shit when I was younger.
Dude, I was at a friend's house and their roommate had Metamucil, and I was like, "Could I have some of that before I eat?" And they were like, "No."
Nice.
And it's a feud now. Like I was like, "They're not gonna notice. It's 2 scoops." They're like, "No, I won't betray my roommate." And I was like,
I mean, that's fair.
you know me better than your roommate, and it's Metamucil." And then I asked the other, it wasn't their Metamucil, but I asked another roommate, like, "Is this your Metamucil?" And they said, "No, but you should have some." Right away. And I was like, even my friend betrayed me anyway. So now I
Nah,
shit
you
weird
can't.
for
Like,
another
there's
day.
like a sacred bond between roommates where it's like you don't want to make it awkward. You don't want to make it awkward by like, hey, somebody been using my Metamucil, and then it's like, oh, I told my dirtbag fucking
need to shit.
constipated friend.
Hey, dirtbag.
Yeah, dirtbag.
Yeah, man.
But damn, dude.
Nothing.
I guess I can I guess I understand. Like it's like he probably just didn't want to have an awkward conversation with his roommate.
It was a girl, but yeah.
Oh, she didn't want to have an awkward
Yeah.
conversation with her roommate.
I was like, give me the Metamucil, you fucking bitch.
hey, how about the Metamucil?
Yeah, I need some fucking asshole opening over here.
Damn,
I need
dude.
to come straight out of my. Yeah, dude, I've had
brutal
shits
shits lately.
No, not lately. Just in my life, where like now I can't go back.
What to like? Oh, that time like you clogged the toilet at that bar show we did.
That time, the other time with Robbie Bernstein, that was good.
Oh damn, dude! Tell the audience about that one with Robbie.
I think
Bernstein.
I did tell, but Robbie Bernstein and I went to a gig in like Maine for the Libertarians, and I was hosting.
They must. Libertarians would actually love you.
They did. We had a
Yeah.
great time, but
Are you gonna pivot and be like a libertarian
No,
comedian and like
I
fucking
couldn't pretend.
just debate fucking retards and be like, man, I'm a fucking good debater.
yeah.
You know, like I should get into politics because I can like fucking hold my own against retarded people.
Yeah, no, I can't. I don't want to read. That
No, I mean
that at least.
most libertarian comics don't. They just
Yeah.
have a few talking points that they repeat ad nauseum.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm not doing that. Is what I'm saying.
What, pivoting to libertarian?
No, I don't think I'll ever.
Is
go
Robbie
political.
Bernstein libertarian? Or
Yeah,
is he,
he's like super libertarian.
is he really?
Oh yeah.
Damn, it's
You
not
know
it's
that?
not a bit.
No, it's real.
I don't fucking follow. I don't really care what politics people have, but
No, he's just he talks.
yeah,
about it
there's
a lot.
like you really just want to be like a little left of center or right of center. But if you get too far out into the fringes, like no matter
agree.
what, it overshadows any kind of comedy you have.
Mm.
Like there's some like wildly conservative comedians. I was like, damn, you'd be funny if like you didn't
Yeah.
like fucking go
Are you
off on
triggered?
yeah. And then like liberals, like, you know, it goes so far the other way where you end up with like a Kamal Nanjiani type
Oh, yeah.
shit where it's like, I actually can't do comedy right now because it's like painful
Yeah.
to be on stage knowing there's a bigoted monster
Yeah,
in the
okay.
White House.
Yeah,
And
it's
it's
like,
like,
shut the fuck up.
dog, like nobody, you know,
You're a
we just
dork.
want to fucking laugh and have a good
You're
time.
a funny. You do a funny Indian voice for cartoon characters a lot now.
Yeah, we just need you because we can't have Hank Azaria doing a funny Indian voice anymore. Like, are you happy Hari Kondabolu? Like you now we don't even have a poo at all.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that they basically killed a poo?
Yeah, representation gone, dude.
Yeah, if anything, it's like, you know, now
He's
it's
positive role model.
yeah, it's like honestly, of all the people in Springfield, he had like a doctorate. He worked hard. He provided for his family.
He had a big family.
Yeah, and he was like noble.
Yes. Well,
Now he's dead.
I was in Maine with the noble Robbie Bernstein.
That's right. Yeah.
And we did the some libertarian like not compound is the wrong word, but like meetup point in like this.
Yeah, that's a
But
compound.
it's not in a compound. It was in like a
bunker.
No, it was like it's called like the Shell or something, but it was
Ugh.
in a warehouse.
You got to be
which
careful
just
with
makes
that
it
shit.
sound more like, you know, a place where the FBI kills everyone and
Yeah,
it's
drink
like
the
they had
Kool-Aid.
weapons. Yeah.
Drink the Kool-Aid, man.
But I show up and I Metamucil all weekend, and I hadn't shit yet for some reason. But right before the show, I got my shits.
Yeah.
So I went to the bathroom, and I didn't realize that. I think they mentioned it to me, but I didn't. I wasn't thinking about it when it happened, and I don't think this should be a thing at a show with 50 plus people. But the bathroom is a portable toilet,
Oh, that's insane.
so you're not supposed to like really shit in it, and it's a heated toilet, like the seat's heated. So for some reason that's like because it's winter. So it's New Year's too. So I take a shit, and I mean like huge, like so much shit because I didn't shit all weekend.
yeah.
And
You're emptying it out.
I flush it, and it won't go down.
Oh, I love that.
And then on top of that, it's just cooking because it's a heated seat. So
Yeah.
the bathroom now is filled with shit, like in the toilet, and it's just being heated. So it's like a microwaved shit. And I come out of the bathroom, and I'm like, don't go in there. And they're like, why? I tell them what, like the guy who's running it, what happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, my bad. It's like shit. And then I come out later and they have like the whole bathroom like blocked off
Damn,
for the
dude.
whole event.
And these fucking idiots think they know how to fucking run the country. They can't even fucking take care of this bunker or
I'll
whatever.
never vote libertarian because of that.
Well, I don't think they're ever gonna. I don't think you have to worry about them being on the ballot, dude.
Yeah.
Like the closest thing you're gonna get is like when like the Democratic Socialists are like, we're actually just Democrats now. You know, like they'll make out anyone like with fringe beliefs. If they ever want to have a chance, like they'll compromise and then become a part of the two-party system and then just become as complacent as anyone else. Like Bernie Sanders. You know, like we thought we were actually going to get like a socialist.
I never thought that.
I thought that for a hot minute.
How?
Huh?
They all lie. They never. You thought there's going to be a real change?
Yeah. So and that's why I didn't vote. Like once like Bernie didn't make it, I was like, I'm not going to fucking vote. I'm not going to vote for a woman.
Oh yeah.
And then like Trump won, and I was like kind of happy about that. They're like, that's kind of funny. And then people are like, well, if you didn't vote for Hillary, you voted for Trump. And it's like, all right, like
I
fucking
love that
whatever.
argument.
It's like it's all just like false arguments. It's like it's always to be like, oh well, we did everything in our power, but it's actually the other party's fault or it's somebody else's fault. It wasn't like
Well, that's how it's always been now. Where they're like, well, they're cleaning up from Obama, and they're like, well, he's cleaning up from Clinton, and he's cleaning up from Bush, and it's just
honestly like we should have
reverse those. But
Donald Trump needs another chance in office because all he's ever been doing is cleaning up these Democratic knuckleheads, cleaning up the mess that Obama made, and then cleaning up the mess that Joe Biden made after he's like, I just cleaned up this country. But no, it's idiotic to think that the American government in its current state is in any way a representation of anything fair when it's like it's an oligarchy.
Oh yeah.
Like no matter what, and like even if like Democrats were back in the office, it still would be. We just wouldn't know. It wouldn't be as like blatant about it. You know, it's like it's like when a Democrat's in the office, it's like a wine mom who's good at hiding her alcoholism, but is still like a drunk versus like fucking like belligerently drunk dad. Like either way, you have two alcoholic parents that don't have your best interest in mind. You know, actually comparing the government to various kinds of alcoholics is a apt assessment. You know, either boisterous like get into a fist fight at your little league game drunk dad, or drunk mom, I will take you to school under the influence, drinking my orange juice mimosa. You know, but I might crash the car, but I'll tell you how proud I am, but then also lay some heavy shit on you too.
Obama's drinking Henny.
Oh, there you go, because he's Brack.
Yeah.
You see that the Obamas might be getting divorced?
I hope so.
Really?
Yeah. Well, he's finally figured out she's a man.
That's like such a fucking funny rumor because all it is like she's just like has like, you know, strong shoulders.
Yeah. It made them invent the rumor that he cheated on her with Jennifer Aniston.
Oh, how could he not?
I know, but it's really funny where that is just as much of a rumor at this point as it is that she's a man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like both of them are like that's the thing they have to like throw at people. Like he did hook up with Jennifer Aniston, but then they just shout back, yeah, because Jennifer Aniston's a real woman. And it's just like he had to cheat on his man wife.
That would be fucking cool to have sex with Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Would you do it?
I would. Yeah, I'd make her treat me like the horrible bosses. She's just like,
can you see my pussy?
Yeah, you need to fuck my slutty little mouth.
Nice, dude. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be a nice day.
That's fucking cool. Like to be like fucking sexually desirable for at least 3 generations. Or decades, 3 decades. 2 generations at least.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think she's gonna age well.
She still is. What do you mean? She's one of the only white women to be aging well.
Yeah, there's other women that have aged well. A majority of the porn stars. More and more
Except
people.
for Rachel Starr, I don't know who you're talking about. There will be no Rachel Starr
What?
slander.
You don't follow like Rochelle Ryan, Dee Williams,
I don't know them.
Brandy Love,
I know
Alexis
that
Fox.
Alexis Fox, but they all have a lot of work done. But Alexis Fox.
Uh-oh. Well, that's going to fuck up my search history forever. Oh, it was the TV.
Oh,
of
no,
course.
it pulls up the best of Alexis Fox.
No, it's going to have like Fox News.
Oh, Alexis.
Yeah, we're fine, dude.
Alexa Fox is getting into stand-up, which I hate.
Everyone's getting into stand-up.
Porn stars are not funny or interesting.
Huh? Well, porn stars at least have an interesting life, but it's all just going to like
they?
come.
Isn't it kind of the same story every time? Well, I was at this place.
I'm a
I met
drug
this
addict.
guy, and I like fucked him, and then like I went to this other place and did drugs with this guy, and then I fucked him. Like, every story.
Do you think we should have Alexis Fox on the pod?
I bet you we could just ask her the different ways she's been fucked, and it would fill an hour.
Should we fucking plug talk her?
Ooh, we could.
That's behind a fucking I still put it on YouTube though, but it's like fucking private link, so you have to get it from us. You have to Venmo us $5 and we'll Venmo you a link to the YouTube of us just like fucking that would get picked up by the YouTube AI and be like, you're actually having sex, unprotected sex.
Kelly would
with a
have
woman.
to be cool with it too, because it's empowering for Alexis Fox, and it's her job. Like, we're doing her a favor.
Yeah, I don't think she. But babe, yeah, she won't buy that. No, but then she's gonna have like that fucking big black guy on her fucking pod. Like that fucking big black porn star, Mandingo or whatever.
Ooh, Dread.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Damn, that would suck.
Yeah. Well, too bad none of that's gonna happen.
Yeah, too bad for you, dude. You know the fucking number one rule of porn:
What?
don't fall in love.
Oh, that's right.
That's why I could never get into the industry. Like, how could you not like fall in love with somebody you're intimate with?
Yeah, especially when they're all really hot.
Yeah, and I'm like,
one of them's gonna get you.
It's
right?
like, do you want to do something after? And then
no
you
matter
marry,
what,
you marry them, and then like you're like fucking shocked when she goes to work the next day. Like, what's going on? What are you doing? Oh, honey, you wouldn't believe the day I had at the old babe.
Yeah, man.
There's got to be like that. Like,
There is. That,
I mean, there's always
times.
Yeah, that's all, like the guy is like, well, you got to stop doing porn. Like then Jenna
like,
Jameson,
what?
she stopped doing like porn scenes with men when she got married, and only did lesbian shit.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever.
No, I mean, like, lesbian porn, whatever.
Oh yeah, you don't like
nothing
lesbian
for
porn.
me.
You need to see a fucking hard cock in there. You need a fucking nice, thick, veiny cock in your video in order for you to even be slightly interested. Like, what is this? Two beautiful women eating each other's pussy?
Yeah.
Fucking look at a woman having sex with another woman. Two things I want to have sex with. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I want to see a big fucking veiny dick. I want to see him fucking squirt a fat fucking. Ooh, look at that big fucking dick. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see that fucking dick. Yeah, dude. No, dude, that's exactly what you said. You said you want to see a big fucking dick in porn. You don't want to see women have sex. You don't. In fact, the fewer vaginas, the better in the porn.
There's no vaginas.
Yeah, no vaginas, just a big fucking hard
just
dick.
dicks rubbing against each other.
Fucking sword fighting with one another. Fucking blasting each other like they're Ghostbusters or something.
Oof.
You're a goof. I can't believe it, dude.
It looks like those plants, the ones that they shoot their seed. It's just a bunch of those.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
it's a bunch of the plants that shoot their seeds, Selli. Yes.
It's in slow-mo, but it's penises. And it's in fast motion.
What's your go-to porn?
I haven't watched porn in a little while. To be honest, which is
good for
nice.
you.
Rachel Starr,
Yeah.
always, and man, it's just porn stars I like.
Do you ever watch like those like it's not necessarily porn, but it's baiting where it's like women just trying on like bikinis and lingerie on their YouTube, and they're like
There's nothing for me.
trying to pretend it's like, oh, I'm like reviewing it, but you're just showing off like your
showing
asshole and titties.
No, maybe when I was younger, I liked that stuff.
Sometimes you need to do it as a palate cleanse, where you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm getting into too much kinky shit.
Exactly.
I better fucking reel it back
yeah.
a little and be reminded I can come to things like normal people come to.
Yeah, I should. Yeah, you could. I just not video, like straight up porn. Like if you can look up like a girl in a bikini, there's nothing wrong with that. That's like very natural. If you're watching someone get fucked, that can go down a dark path.
Like in
talking
real
about
life
this
or
like
on
good.
video?
I mean, in real life, I'm sure that's a whole nother mess of problems. But yeah, on video, it's after enough, it's desensitizing.
Yeah,
Shit.
it does. I think like if and like another knock against moving to Austin is like fucking Pornhub is blocked there.
Yeah.
You have to get a VPN.
good.
Not that you don't have. It's not that it's hard to do that, but like what an unnecessary extra step.
It's just Pornhub too, though. There's so many other sites out there.
It's
Just
ju-
Pornhub's the safest.
Well, Pornhub is like probably has like the best selection.
It's the most organized. and I think has the most like active users. Like porn stars upload their stuff actually to that.
Yeah, they can get their account verified, and
Right.
that way they get like a kickback from the
I
videos.
think Asa Akira is in charge.
Really?
Yeah, which makes sense. She
Mm.
that is like when you watch The Wire and like the kid, like the person from the beginning of you never watch. That's right, you never watched The Wire.
I'm going to.
Well,
Maybe I'll watch it. You know what? Maybe I'm going to watch that without Kelly because Kelly's like watching all like she's watching
Real
like
Housewives.
well she watches like a lot of Real Housewives, and that's the only reason I can't get rid of the fucking Peacock. I want to get rid of like a lot of the streaming things, but Kelly's like, no, I want to watch this, and it's like I can't refuse her.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like okay, I guess we're gonna fucking like if I could get rid of everything except the stuff I keep my Disney, Hulu, HBO bundle, and YouTube Premium. That's all I really need. Because I feel like anything else I can just like pirate.
Yeah.
And like most of the shit's on there. Like I really don't watch Netflix, but Kelly loves Kelly loves like the fucking
Love is Blind horse shit.
Love is Blind, Love on the Spectrum. We stopped watching Love on the Spectrum because I was like, this is making me way too uncomfortable. It feels way too voyeuristic, and like a lot of these
making fun of people
like they're making like yeah,
who are actually autistic.
it's like they don't understand like it dehumanizes. It's like I understand like they want to go out and they want to meet people, but like this that they set it up as like a blind date. Instead, like it should go through. They should just have like there should like really be like a website like OkCupid or something where you can like curate it or like, hey, I want to meet up with
like
you.
trains. You like trains,
Right? But like instead, like they're like, okay, you're both fucking retarded, and then like sometimes they like each other. Sometimes you do see like the autistic guy like on Love on the Spectrum, and like he's like, I'm like the stud retarded guy, you know, like that. Like I'm a bit of an artist, and like and like the other one's like, it's like okay, I'm getting too close to like laughing at these people.
Yeah,
I got to turn it
That's
off.
what I mean. How are you not supposed to laugh?
Well, like Kelly like likes it because it's like she loves love and she likes seeing people happy and in
that's
love.
sweet.
And I like laughing at retarded people. That's one thing that has not changed since middle school. Yikes. It's not the same. Like I'm more empathetic now. But sometimes like you'll see a retarded person being retarded and you gotta laugh.
You got it, dude. They understand.
I'm not gonna laugh at like a person in a wheelchair just trying to fucking like get through life. But like if like a retarded guy is like actively talking about like the movie he likes and shit, it's like I gotta fucking snicker
They're
about
just like
that.
us, dude. I've worked with people with special needs. The whole like
I have too.
I'm not saying they're not mentally all there because they're not, but they know more. They're way more in tune with things than we give them credit for, than the average person thinks.
I'm smarter than the average tard.
Well, they
Hey, boo boo.
they notice things. They make fun of people. They make fun of also other.
They're like,
retarded
I
people.
know I'm retarded, but fucking
Yeah.
look at that
Yo,
guy.
for real, they do that, and it's hilarious when you hear them. You're like,
God, I thought I was
yeah,
retarded.
they acknowledge it, and you're like, oh, it's so funny if someone went, because that's what I mean. They're aware, and they also do know how to manipulate you at times. Like if you're mad at them, they're like, I'm sorry, and you're
I'm
like,
sorry.
"Do you
Sometimes I'm
really?"
just retarded,
Yeah.
and I forget.
And then you wait 2 minutes. They go, so can we go get ice cream or what?
Yeah, can we record another podcast?
No.
I didn't mean to take the sponsorship away from you.
Punches the window.
I didn't mean to make it just for Comedy Fight Club. I also meant for it to be the podcast that you edit and record and host on your website. I wanted it for both of us. No, it's over. By the way, this podcast sponsored by Dream Treats, man. Hey, I stopped smoking weed. I only consume marijuana in edible form.
Dream Treats is good for.
Dream Treats is the fucking shit.
They
All
got-
right, they got everything. They got
Chocolate,
chocolate,
Rice
Krispies
and
treat.
the gelatin. What's the not
Gummies.
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 Gelatin.
Gummies is my favorite way to consume edibles. And like, look, man,
And weed too, but yeah. We're talking the stuff you like.
that's the good shit, man. And like he has, all kinds of shit. Hit them up. Tell them Selli sent you. You'll get a little extra. And I'm all about it, man. And because like, look, you can go to these like bodegas and you can get edibles there. Wildly unpredictable. Sometimes you don't feel anything. Sometimes it hits you way too fucking hard. Dream Treats, it's always perfectly dosed. You know exactly what you're getting. A serving will make sure you're high without being uncomfortably so.
Yeah, help with my arm. I always say that when
Hell
I
yeah.
broke my collarbone. He gave me a pack. and
Yeah.
it really helped.
It helps
Because I was fucked up for
Yeah.
it, like when I first had it, and I ate one of those, and man, did I was on the moon.
Yeah, and I do believe that eating weed is probably the best way to consume it. Most fun is smoking. And
I just love smoking. It's hard for me.
It's
to quit.
habitual. That's the problem. I had to get out of that habit just because I was getting emphysema.
I'm getting better at not smoking during the day on my days off.
Yeah, yeah. I like
on my working days off. I'm a fucking mess.
I like it, or like I can like pop an edible around like 3:30, 4, and then like when I'm off work, I'm like flying.
That's nice.
Yeah, I need about like 50. I 50 milligrams will fuck me up, but like 25 is good to be flying.
I used to get these edibles that were a bar. It was Rice Krispie treats, and
Yeah.
and on the package it had lines, and it would say like here for a good night, here for a good time, and then it would be like eat the whole thing and to take a nap.
Forever.
It was just, and dude, I would eat the whole thing and I would time travel.
A forever nap.
It
Yeah.
ruled. I missed those, but they were in Connecticut somewhere. So.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway,
fucking weed culture, baby. It's fucking awesome. So yeah, hey, 420's coming up. Why not hit up your buddy at Dream Treats? Make sure you get prepared for the celebration.
I'm trying to think of anything else I did. It's cool. Anything cool happened in the week?
Are you doing anything for Easter? You're gonna go see your family?
I don't think so. No, it's just too much traveling.
Yeah.
I don't want to be honest. I love
Whoa.
them. I just don't want to travel.
You got to get away from your family. That's what you.
Well, I
gotta
saw
do.
them. One of them. I saw my mom last week. That's who I'd go visit with my
Mm.
other family. I kind of want to see them. We'll see. I have a show Saturday night. I don't want to travel after that.
Nice. What
I might
show?
Soho Playhouse, baby.
Damn, you're really making it,
I'm
dude.
doing it. No, I did Don't Tell Providence. That was fun.
That's a huge credit, dude.
We got
Not everyone's a Don't Tell comic.
We got this place. It's like Quagley's or something. It's like a fucking hot dog joint out in there. It's fucking amazing, dude. You know me, I'm a hot dog man. Top tier dogs. And the whole staff was on meth. It seemed which
Nice.
is nice.
I mean, that's a lot. That's
Yeah.
very common for kitchens.
And they kept coming up to us and telling us jokes, and they never asked if we were comedians. Thank God.
Mm.
They kept telling us jokes. One of the guys called Einstein Ernstein, which I thought was funny,
That's very funny.
and that was nice. And then we had coffee milks. They gave us free coffee milks. Have you ever had that?
What's a coffee milk?
Exactly. Because we went there and they had the special, and it was like 2 hot dogs, fries, and a drink. I was like, I'll have that, like however you guys traditionally do it, because that's like the hot dogs I met. So they're like, okay. I go, what's on the hot dogs? And they, onions, mustard, fucking sauce. You know what I mean?
yeah.
The
The
meat
works.
sauce. The
The
works.
works.
The traditional. It's like a coney dog. Really fucking good.
Nice, dude.
And some celery, I think. I didn't even taste the celery. It was so fucking... Anyway, it was amazing. So good. But then he goes, coffee milk. And I was like, I'll just have a Coke, man. And he was like, okay. Because I thought he said, do you want a coffee or a milk? And I'm like, I want a soda with my
Isn't that
hot
usually
dog.
just like was it coffee with cream?
Yeah, it's coffee with like poured with... It's like a coffee milk mix. But it was really fucking good. I'm not going to lie. I hate coffee, and this shit tasted so
Why do you
good.
hate coffee? You never had it?
I never really liked coffee. Ever since I was little, my parents, because they were both teachers, they would always drink coffee in the morning. And when I would go to school, they'd be like, I love you, and like kiss me on my head or something. And I would smell their awful coffee breath.
You don't like the way coffee smells?
hate it.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, I can't.
What
do it.
about freshly roasted coffee beans?
I don't like coffee.
Damn, that's
I like
wild.
coffee cake, though. Like a coffee crumble cake.
Crumble cake? Coffee crumble cake?
So good, dude.
Very good coffee crumble cake.
With some, if they have like a little raspberry filling sometimes, too. Ooh.
Oh, damn.
They put it
You do love your pastries, dude. It's
I'm
wild.
a pastry man. I thought about doing something with it. I just don't know what.
Like you could do like a cooking show.
I could just. Well, I
you,
could
should
just
get
go
on,
to.
you should get on Meaty's cooking show.
Oh, me teas.
Yeah. We should have her on the pod.
Oh, we could.
Yeah.
Sweet lady.
Yeah, she's fun.
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, we should
We need a
we should
woman-
openly book
a woman
more
of
comics
color,
while
too.
doing the podcast too. Who else should we book? Who should we not book?
Uh,
That's who the people want to know. I guess Miles
Miles
Toe.
Toe.
Because he fucking how wild is that, dude? That's like everyone's talking about it now. And then I looked. He still has like 63,000
Dude,
Instagram
it's still
followers.
going on. I can't look away. I don't want to look, but I keep looking. I have to stop. I have to stop
All right.
looking at. It actually has turned me completely off from comedy drama. It really has.
Were you ever like turned on by comedy drama?
Oh yeah, it's funny sometimes.
Comedy drama is interesting. Like there was a lot of comedy drama in San
There's
Francisco.
comedy drama everywhere, dude.
Uh,
I've been. I hate to say at the center of a few comedy
You have
dramas
been.
myself. But you know what
I was in a
did?
little bit of drama in San Francisco because I was like I was outside of an open mic. No, it was a show, and like the comedians were talking about like just shit that's going on, and it was like maybe it was like during the Louis C.K. allegations.
Oh
and
yeah, those were.
and I
big
said like,
drama.
oh yeah, all comedians just love rape. They love it, you know. And then this bitch went online and she was like, all comedians love rape. A comedic joke tonight. I wasn't offended, but I didn't say anything. Should I have? And then like people were like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Like, and then like one person said like, oh, it was Joe Gorman. And they were like, if this is Joe Gorman, then this was a funny bit because like, why are you even posting shit like this? Like,
Yeah,
I had the loyal San Francisco comedy scene. Dude.
Yeah, I don't have
That
a
woman
very-
ended up scamming people out of money to have like a fundraiser, and then she moved to Europe.
Well, I didn't have as much luck as you, but
You got in
Yeah.
big trouble
I didn't get in trouble. I just,
because you said like you I think you said like this woman was just
No,
like a hole
no.
that needs to be
no,
raped.
it's not what I didn't even get. It wasn't even a trouble thing.
I don't know. I know some comedians
you
said
for-
that. I don't know which comedian said it, but I think at some point a comedian said to another comedian, "You're unfunny
know what?
and you're just a hole that needs to be raped." Now, was that you?
No, does not be.
It was
We
not
all know
Selli.
who it was at this
Selli
point.
never said
And
that.
Out of actually sort of joking, but it is. We were talking about it the other night. We're like, out of all the people who deserve to be bullied, Hunter, all the horrible women comics.
Well, we didn't say her name.
No, I mean, sorry, sorry, guys. It's common knowledge in the world right now. It's
Well,
on
it's
her
it's
Instagram.
only common knowledge in the New York comedy scene.
Well, that's what I mean. She does not deserve this out of so many shitty female comedians who do deserve to be bullied by Miles Toe.
Nobody should be bullied by Like,
No one should be bullied for real. I'm kidding.
Society
I'm kidding.
does
I'm
enough
kidding.
to the. There should
To
always
the women. They bleed all the time. Yada yada. They get I went down a dark alleyway. Woo. Okay. All right, I'm kidding. It's funny when you do it. When you do it,
It's different
you
when
it
I
your
do.
Whimsical
It comes
way.
yeah, with you, Selli. It always comes from such a real place.
Oh my God,
With the
she
same,
deserved
the
it.
same reality. You talk about wanting to see hard dicks and pornography.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Anyway, no, it is a shame.
It is wild. Well, right now it's the whole scene's fucking changing right now. Maybe for I do think it's fundamentally changed since we've come back from COVID.
Oh, of course, dude.
Not for the better.
It's gotten. Yeah, I was about to say. When people came back from COVID, they realized they wouldn't be able to do this ever again. So a lot of people just doubled down on like horse shit of being like I'm gonna just schmooze my way to the top because nothing matters. You know what I mean? And some people lost their minds the other way, where they're now like, we got people still wearing masks and people telling they're gonna rape people because they think they're Patrice. You know what I mean?
Do you think they're Patrice?
No, Patrice is dead. Patrice would hate all of us, dude.
I think he'd like me.
Maybe.
I think he'd like me.
That
I
little
feel-
Joe Gorman, man.
Because he says it when he says it come from a real place. He says with his heart. All right, I'm gonna bleep
You're gonna
that
have
out.
to. It's at the 42.
I'm not worried, dude. Either I'll bleep it out or I'll completely fucking forget about it. Either way, I win.
If they come for us, they come for us.
They're not.
dude.
I mean, that's again. I'm doing a character. Isn't that funny? I'm like, you shouldn't
It's
say
satire.
Yeah. Everything's sat. Everything. Oh, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna continue not getting booked at these clubs.
Yeah. I was listening to Tim Dillon really loud in my house.
Yikes.
While I was showering, and it was he was ranting about autistic people, and my roommate who's autistic was there, and I came out, and they were so upset. Like, and I was like,
They were like
"It's-
gripping their ears.
It's like it's satire, and they were like, we're so upset. I really felt bad. I was like, I didn't know he was gonna talk.
Well,
about
you can
me.
always just put AirPods in.
Yeah, well, I was in the shower. Oh, they could put AirPods.
You could,
in.
or you could just like
Not
go
played on
5 minutes without
Bluetooth
listening to your
speaker.
hero, Tim Dillon.
My hero, dude. I wish I was gay and fat like him, dude.
You could be, dude.
I could.
That's the easiest. That's the easiest goal to attain.
Getting fat didn't feel so bad. I'd do it.
It doesn't feel that bad. You just have to like,
I am
because you know what? It really does sneak up on you.
It does. I've been there, dude. I went to. I told Kelly about this on her podcast. When after I got arrested, I went to Wendy's every single day,
Yeah.
like while I was working, because I was working doubles to like pay my lawyer and shit. And every day, like just on break, super, big ass Wendy's order. And then at the front of the store I worked at, it's a grocery store. They had this massive scale. Like you could, any human could step on it. It was one of those. They just at the front, kids would always go on it. And I hadn't been on it in a while, so I stepped on it one day. And I used to be like 160, and it went past 160, 170, 180, 190, and I just jumped off like right when it went
Nice.
past that, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I'd gained so much weight.
But like that's because you were in prison. You were probably like working out in the gym every day.
No, I was just getting fat. I wasn't
exchanging
working.
like,
I wasn't in jail.
yeah, you were.
I went to Wendy's every day in jail.
No, you went to Wendy's to get over like
Oh, I
missing
was
the pump
depressed.
of the
I was super depressed. I ate
It
a lot.
sucks.
I ate that in the COVID when I thought we were gonna die.
Wait, when
I
were
ate a
you
lot.
arrested?
2020. No, Jesus Christ. 2012 or 2013.
Okay.
2012, 2013, 2013.
Damn, dude. So it's off your record at this point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It's expunged.
Never mind. I'm not going to say where I work, but
Don't worry about
you know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah. They don't care, dude.
Dude, I've gotten so many jobs where I'm like, you guys really like that must be off my record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They
They don't.
I shouldn't work here.
I think they only run a background check if you pull up like a red flag in your interview.
Mm.
But
Wish I knew that way sooner because I kept telling people I got arrested.
I don't know. Like I've had jobs where I interviewed people and they were like, "All right, call their references," and I'm like, "Nah."
You just make up your references.
yeah,
too.
you make up. Yeah, it's like I actually
Give your
have to
friend's
call.
number.
Yeah, it's like
all
I have
the
to call
time.
these references. You dumb bitch. Like that doesn't.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking. You know.
Yeah, no, dude. It's they like
They
you
should
or
get.
they don't.
Yeah, they should just get rid of all of that shit. You know.
Yeah, you
It's
got,
so easy to find out what we need to know about a person.
Yeah,
So, like, you know, if need be, you can run a background check. But I'm not going to call your references your grandmother. Like, oh, she's great.
Yeah.
You know, shit's dumb, dude.
yeah. They're dumb. I'm not. I'm happy. don't
I
have
I used
put
to
up
work
with
at this coffee shop,
Yeah.
and during closing shift, like, it's like, all right, well, let's just take the pastries out and just give them to the homeless people.
Mm.
And like, my boss was like, no, you can't do that. And I was like, why?
You
They're
get
like, it's
sued.
illegal. And I'm like, how? What would happen? Like, well, if a homeless person eats it and they get sick, they could sue us. And
With
I was like, yo, if they can't afford fucking food to eat that they're getting trash, like they can't afford a fucking lawyer.
Yeah, and they also can't prove that it was that. It's
Right.
like you're homeless. You probably do something else.
And like,
crazy.
no lawyer's going to take that. Like, oh, we're going to take them to court. Cause it's like, it won't happen.
Never.
It's like, it's just like a rumor. Who the fuck even knows where it fucking comes from? But like, who gives a, it's going in the trash. So you want them to just dig it out of the trash? Like, just give them a fucking ounce of dignity. Just let them take this garbage bag full of food. You know, I don't give a shit. I always gave it to them. I'm like, you're going to fire me? Write me up. I'd love to see the citation for this. I'm so glad I quit that job.
Yeah.
Fucking, it sucks, dude. Having those kinds of jobs suck.
Yeah, dude. I worked at a pizza place and that was bad enough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that again.
I had to get up at like 3 a.m. to go to my coffee shop job.
Oh yeah, because you had to bake stuff or.
I just had to get up early in the morning and just like set everything up.
Coffee early.
Yeah, because we open at 5, and like there were still like assholes like outside, and I was in the financial district of San Francisco.
Oof.
Oh, it was brutal.
So you had like the gayest of the gays coming
Yeah,
in.
yeah, and just that, and then like business people, and like you had to shoo off homeless people and shit. It was awful, dude. Sometimes I think about it, like I worry about like getting fired from my current job and needing to go back to a coffee shop job.
Oof.
Because I quit a coffee shop job and then like the financial fucking recession hit. So I couldn't find work. And my mom just being like wildly detached from the world and unsupportive was like, you need a goddamn job. And I'm like, do you think it's not weighing on my mind every waking minute? You know, I wasn't really looking as actively as I should have.
Of course not.
Either. But it's like
Who
fuck
does,
it, dude.
dude?
Who wants to have a job? But I ended up having an interview at a fucking another coffee shop place. And I got the job, and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be stuck at a coffee shop job my whole life. Because at that point I was like 28. And I was like, I don't want to spend my 30s at a coffee shop.
No.
You know?
That's how I felt when I moved, like, once I started dog walking, I was like, I can't do this at this age. This sucks.
So I was going
so dehumanizing.
I was going into my coffee shop job for like a afternoon shift, and I was like, God, they're gonna have me on the mornings. It's gonna be awful. And then I got a call from this other place, and they were like, Hey, the assistant manager at this office just quit to work for Pandora. Do you want to work for us? And I was like, yes. And I like didn't even go into the. I didn't even give them like my 2 weeks. I was just like, hey, I got a new job, so if you need me on the weekend, let me know. And like they just never responded.
Suck one, dude.
Yeah, fuck it, dude.
One of my jobs, I quit. The one I hated, I worked at this warehouse. I hated them so much, and at the end of the job, I had like 2 weeks of vacation, so I just kept calling out and using it. And then when I ran out, I just came into work. I gave them all my shit. I was like, I'm out. Bye. And I just left.
Nice.
So essentially I got 2 weeks vacation, then I left.
That's what you're supposed to do, because I've had like
They don't pay you out for it if you leave.
Some places will. It depends.
Yeah,
it depends. But they won't pay out your sick time.
Right. That's why I did it.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
I have so much sick time.
You got to pay out your sick. Yeah. Like, so like I had a guy I worked with, and he put in his 2 weeks notice, and he wanted to take some time off, and they were like, no, you gave your notice, so you don't. And it's like, fuck. So he was like, that sucks. I'm like,
that does suck.
yeah, dude. Like, just don't tell him.
Yeah, I was about to say, you
Just
take the time
Take your
off
time. Yeah.
and then just not come back. Or come back and be like, hey, I quit.
yeah.
Or give your 2 weeks right after.
You don't have to even give fucking notice, dude.
Yeah, that's a fake thing, too. I was trying to explain that to my ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
She was like, she was trying to quit a job at one point, and I was like, just quit. And she's like, well, it's 2 weeks, and I don't want to leave a bad impression. I'm like, they don't even care about you.
Yeah,
Like,
they can fire you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
They don't need to give you like
She
2
did
weeks
the whole
notice.
thing, and then she did so much for that fucking company, like legit. And when she left, they barely were like thanks. They were just like, you were great. No goodbye party, nothing. And she was like a key player in this company.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give too much away.
That's how it is. Like it's like
It's a hard lesson to learn, though. I told her though, I was like, don't even bother. Like you're doing too much. Leaving, you should just leave. Fuck
like if I had somebody and they gave me like 2 weeks notice, like they didn't even give a 2 weeks notice. It was like I quit. I'm like, damn, this place must suck.
Yeah.
You know, but like they can't think that. You know, they have to be like, why would anyone do that?
I had a place lay me off. They fired me, but they were like, we're letting you go, but also we're not, like, whatever you send to unemployment, we're going to approve.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, and they're like, yeah, we're not going to even, like, within reason. But they were like, we're not going to even, like, everything's set, so you're good. And I was like, oh well, you could be upset for like a few hours, but then it's like,
no, I mean if you get unemployment, that's all that matters. And like that sounds like you were downsized or something.
Well, I got hired at a place because I got hired, but then they found out I had been arrested, and I technically couldn't be hired anymore. But they couldn't fire me because they already hired me. So it was a whole thing, and then they fired the boss that did that, and then they came in and were like, hey, we fired him, and like he wasn't technically supposed to hire you, and your position isn't really here anymore. Like if you could have a position, you'd have to do this, but you can't because you've been arrested. So
they gave you like they figured out how to.
Yeah, they literally showed me every loophole they did to get rid of me, and I was like, I don't really care. I don't even like working here.
Yeah.
What
You get unemployment.
Yeah.
Milk that for as long as you can.
Yeah. It's a warehouse job, dude. They're fucking terrible.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, dude. Jobs suck.
Yeah, dude.
We got it. We have to fucking monetize this shit.
Last episode was taxes. This episode's jobs, dude.
Yeah, dude. We're just like, dude, everything just sucks right now.
Yeah, sorry, guys. We don't have a lot going on in our lives. At least I'm not comfortable talking a lot of the things going on right now. I just don't want to. Well, it's all,
Well, I'm spending some time in Denver, so hopefully I'll come back with some stories to tell.
Fun. Yeah. And I'm gonna have sex in your apartment.
I hope you do, dude. Be sure to film it.
It's like Fight Club. We splice it into the pod.
It's like fucking, damn, dude. We'll put it behind a paywall. That's what you do. Selli the plug. Yeah, we just like it's like I take Kelly away for like a weekend, and then you just pretend like this is like your studio apartment.
Dude, I swear to God, if I was really doing the what's the field thing where I like paid for field and I was just like kinking girls out.
Oh, that'd be
over here.
so funny. You're like, I like being shit on in my bed.
Yeah.
And like it's like, okay. And you're like, hey, Finn had an accident, but like it's like human sized shit on the fucking bed.
But
You try to blame Finn.
That would be the plan, dude. If we'll see, you know. Maybe
Well, they would. You would definitely need to let them know, like, because like there's a lot of chick shit here, dude.
That's the thing too. I just have to be like, dude, just see how long I could lie. Be like, yeah, I fucking love Taylor Swift. And just like trying to just fake through it. Be like, yeah, the guys we fucked, I listen to them sometimes.
You can tell like where Kelly
Corinne
has
Fisher
her.
for mayor, you betcha.
Ah.
Just keep going.
Are you gonna vote her for mayor?
I'm gonna vote her for that ad. No, I'm just kidding.
She's got a great little body.
I'm not. I don't vote, dude. But you know,
Because you're a felon.
if she made a private donation, you know what I'm saying?
Ooh, on your
that
chest?
doesn't even work. Like this is my innuendos are terrible. No, I'm not gonna vote. I don't trust.
You don't
her.
trust
I don't
the
trust
system.
any of them. I don't trust a woman, dude.
You can't really trust anyone, and to quote Lex Luthor, do you know how much power?
She stuck up for Williamsburg Comedy Club too.
That was very funny. Well, it's like the only voice for comedians, and it's like, well, wait a minute, have you seen like the comics on those lineups? It's like
She must not know about Bushwick.
they
Comedy
always
Club.
like Ed always acted like I should not have been there. Like I'm just here to do a mic, dude.
I never met him.
He's an interesting cat.
Aren't they all, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I heard there's tariffs or something. I don't really want to talk about it.
Well, tariffs are products imports and
Isn't
shit.
it, like today, everything's frozen.
Well, shit's frozen, but like apparently the tariffs are not being are withheld from phones, computers, and basically like technology stuff. So Nintendo Switch 2 might not be as expensive as anticipated originally.
Ooh, okay.
That's the one to get.
Yeah, we'll see. You want to play video games tonight?
Yes, I won't
Okay.
be high and fall asleep.
No, you're fine, dude. I
Yeah.
did the same thing.
Hell yeah.
I
dude.
watched Rogue, which was about a giant crocodile. It's pretty good. It was the only movie that really graphically showed the dog get eaten. Not a fan.
Uh-oh, Finn.
It was brutal. It made me
Finn.
upset.
I'm not going to let anything happen to you. And neither will Selli while he's babysitting you.
No, I won't. If anything, you're gonna help me. Feel me, dog?
Huh?
Make a little cute face at a little Asian girl that walks by.
He is a chick magnet. It's so funny.
I told you last time how bad I fumbled. I was walking. Oh no, it wasn't even with him. It might have been, but I was walking. These two girls came up on bikes. Excuse me, do you know somewhere we could get a drink around here? And I was like, yeah, just go over there, right there. They were like, okay, thanks, bye. And I was just like, why did I say, can I come get a drink? Like, I'll buy you guys a drink. You know what I mean? Just
oh yeah,
see
you
what can
could.
happen.
I mean, they might have just been
They were
like
cute.
They might have just been like, this guy looks safe.
Of course,
Yeah.
which I'm realizing it's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a very good thing, dude. Good, like literally, like they'll either think this guy is safe and I can ask him a question, or this guy is maybe a rapist. That's the
Yeah,
only reason
well-
a woman wouldn't ask you a question. Is like, oh, this guy's probably a rapist.
I wonder what it. I mean, I dress like this. I'm not like
Yeah.
crazy looking or anything.
Not
but I also
threatening.
like maybe it's the way I'm walking because I get I'm stoned. It might be just like my whimsical look about when I'm about like in the street because
Yeah.
I'll just be like do 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 do, and then like I look down and a woman's like, excuse me,
Yeah.
like what do you want? Have sex with me? Get away.
For me, it's like my nice hair because no rapist has nice hair. A rapist has like short hair that they can't grab onto,
Exactly.
or like greasy hair that's like they don't want to touch. But like he takes such good care of his hair.
Yeah.
and I let people touch my hair. I'm not like a black
I was about to
person.
say.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god, your hair's so nice. Can I touch your hair? I'm like, yeah. You think I would say that to
What
like,
is
you
that
think I'm
too?
black?
What's the like? I should ask the people at the people.
A black person?
Black people I work with. But like, yeah, what like? I guess it is because I guess white people do that. Like, can I touch your hair? But why is that such an offense?
Because black people's texture is just different, and it others them.
I see.
It-
I respect that.
Yeah.
I've never been that guy.
Yeah, you
I've been
can't
"Can I
touch like a
your
black
hair?"
woman's hair.
I
Well,
don't-
black women also put like a lot of product and stuff in their hair too.
And they got the extensions.
Yeah.
The stuff.
Yeah. Have you ever touched a black woman's hair?
Yes, but it was allowed, and it wasn't like, "Can I touch it?" It was just like, you know,
How many black women have you had sex with?
none yet.
I've had sex with 2 black women.
But I'm single again, so dude.
No black women in this house,
Possibilities.
though. No black
No
women.
black. If it just starts barking, the bass is hissing.
Yeah. I've had sex with 2 black women. Never again, though.
One day, dude. That's what I mean, man. If you did it, I have to do it.
Why? What do you
'Cause
mean?
I'm more
What do you
street
mean
than
if I... Dude, get out of here, dude.
I'm more hood than you, dude.
They're like, my non-existent dad's going to hate this guy.
Yeah, man.
One of them had a kid. Isn't that
Beautiful,
funny?
dude.
I've had sex with multiple single mothers in my life, which is like weird.
I had sex. Yeah, I had sex with one single mother I know of. It was at a wedding.
Both the single moms I've been carnal. Well, of the single moms, like 2 of the single moms have let me see their kid. It was very funny.
Yeah, the kid was not at the wedding.
Now, like, the kids are getting older, and it's like, fuck, dude, I'm getting older.
I think about that. Like, what if you hooked up with a chick and you're working somewhere, and like the new kid shows up, and it's like the girl you hooked up with's kid, and you have to like train him. Be like, yeah, I knew your mother back in the day.
Yeah, you don't want to be like
Tell her I
that
said
guy,
hi.
dude.
You know,
Oh, my God.
That'd be
That's the
terrible.
worst thing. Like,
Yeah, tell her
kid
the
figuring out a guy fucked his mom.
Fucked his mom. No, I'd never do that.
That's awful.
I would never say that. That's just I've seen that happen though, where I'm like, ew, dude, like shut up.
My goal is to get a late night TV spot, and the mom and the kids see it, and they're like, "Who's that?" And she's like, "That's your biological father."
He made it. This is why he
did it.
left us for that.
He did it. It's worth
For
it.
you.
That cop killing joke is worth it.
Oh, all right, man. We're at it, dude. If you want to call
Another
it.
fucking masterpiece, dude. I can't
Masterpiece.
believe it, dude. Every
I hope
episode a banger, dude.
I
Isn't
hope
that-
so.
Isn't that
I forgot
cool?
to plead with them to subscribe. If you made it this far, please subscribe. Please subscribe. To
I
our
feel like
podcast.
we're gonna get a bump. I feel like we're getting a gas digital bump.
I hope so. Once I'm on again too, they come running.
Yeah, dude. We'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, guys, just follow me at Selli on Instagram, and I don't have any crazy shows coming up really, but you know, ebbs and flows.
Yeah, it does ebb and flow. Been ebbing a lot for your boy Joey G. So follow me on all social medias: Xbox, PlayStation, Twitter, Instagram. It's all at Joe W. Gorman. I unified everything, man. It's your one stop. So feel free to hit me up and play video games with me, or send me a threatening message on Twitter, man.
Ooh,
It's all
yeah,
good.
That's fine with me too.
It's all
I
good.
don't mind it.
But yeah, let us know if you want to see us on the
Oh, yeah.
road performing in your town.
Anywhere, just as long as if we have to travel, we need money. That'd be
Hey,
nice.
if we got to travel, we got to travel.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
We got a car. We'll do it.
Yeah. Have car, will travel. All right.
Hell yeah. Bye.
Anything you want to say, Bubs?
Oh yeah, Bubs. Finn.
Nothing? Speak now? You want to go take a shit? Hell yeah.
Look,
All right.
peace.